Forum, ready to bring you some exciting professional boxing. A 10-round main event between Donato Paduano of Montreal, a former Canadian welterweight champion, and Fernand Marcotte, Jr. of Quebec City. And these two men fought to a draw on November the 4th here in Montreal, and of course a much disputed decision. And we're going to find out more about that. Working with me is Bill Drover, a veteran of 50 professional heavyweight fights and a native of St. John, Newfoundland. Bill, what do you think might happen in this one?
Bob, anything could happen in a fight. We should see a great fight here tonight. Both fighters are in tip-top shape, and Marcotte and Paduano both predicting that they will knock each other out. We'll just have to wait and see. This is sort of a grudge fight between these two fighters that they fought last November 4th, and it came out a draw. Although Paduano did get knocked down, but it was ruled as a slip.
Got to do some good for a fighter's morale when you get a roar like that.
The crowd was in a frenzy there for a moment.
You've seen Donato fight many times, as I have, and boy, whenever he does the least little something in the ring, the crowd makes an awful racket.
They're the greatest enthusiastic fans in the world, I think, these Italian Canadians you have here in Montreal.
Just in case you missed the names of the officials, they were announced a moment ago. We'll give them to you again. The judges, Jean-Claude Theroux, Bruno Baudry, and Armand Brisette. The referee, Rosario Bayarjon, the man who refereed their first bout. And he became a rather contentious figure because he did not rule a knockdown, and Paduano went down on the seat of his pants. Bayarjon called it a slip. And here we go, and Paduano knocked down. That was right. That was no slip. That was a good right-hand punch.
Paduano, he senses victory. Paduano trying to stay away. Marcotte throwing bombs. Right to the body, left to the face, another right to the head. Misses by a murderous puncher. Marcotte is sharp. He is unbelievable. Just wailing away. Lefts and rights, almost landing with every punch. A left and a right by Marcotte, a right to the head. Showing tremendous speed and power, looking vastly improved over the fighter we saw only 3 months ago. He's all over Paduano, throwing right hands. It seems to be Paduano's weakness since he got that cut from Master Serdan over his left eye.
Paduano just landed a long right, his first good punch. Another left hook by Paduano. He's suddenly picking it up a little bit. Oh, and a good left hook by Marcotte has Paduano in trouble. A right hand by Marcotte. And Marcotte is all over Paduano. Left and right to the jaw, raining punches on him. Paduano fighting gamely back, but Marcotte is all over him. He cut Paduano cold right in the opening moments of the round and has never let up, showing a great demonstration of sharp shooting, punching skill here in round one. Marcotte just belaboring Donato Paduano in the first round of this 10-rounder here at the Montreal Forum. Paduano trying to hold him off with jabs. Marcotte still storming to the attack. Now missing one or two punches, but boy, was he sharp for the first 2 minutes of this round. Again, Marcotte with a right to Paduano's hand. Paduano lands a left hook, takes one, a right hand by Marcotte, and a good exchange. Marcotte with another right hand and another, and a right hand by Marcotte. A attention and watch some of these punches. Oh, boy. A great round for Fernand Marcotte Jr.
There's no dispute over that knockdown. It was a straight left landed right on Paduano's jaw.
Well, Marcotte just caught Paduano cold in the first round and just rained punches on him before. Paduano was a notoriously slow starter. And look at these punches. Sharp shooting of the highest order by Fernand Marcotte Jr. Almost every punch he threw landed.
He seemed to be hitting Paduano at will with his lefts and rights. Here's the second round. Marcotte slipped.
That was a slip. No knockdown there. Marcotte forcing all the way. Takes a left jab.
Flicking his...
Marcotte speaking to the referee. I don't know what he was complaining about, but he was complaining about something. He's still talking. Maybe he's talking about grease on Paduano's face. Not sure. He lands a good right hand on Paduano, takes a left in return. A left and a right by Marcotte. A left jab by Paduano. Paduano misses with a left, takes one in return. Right hand by Marcotte to the head of Paduano, misses with a left hook. A left jab by Marcotte, misses with another jab. Right hand by Paduano to Marcotte. Hit a good right hand by Marcotte to Paduano's head. Misses with the left hook. Misses with the right hand now. And a good right hand by Marcotte again. Marcotte had Paduano backed up against the ropes, but he let him get away. Little less than 2 minutes remaining in this second round, and what a dandy fight this is turning out to be.
Paduano seems to have recovered from that right hand he stopped in the first round. Now Paduano was going to work. He seemed to have regained his composure and confidence. He's flicking out with his jabs and landing good, sharp right hand. Marcotte is a little off balance. There they are. Paduano throws a left and a right to the body and head. Marcotte just bobbing and weaving and moving in, going to work and throwing those overhand rights at Paduano.
The interesting thing about Paduano is he has a real baby face. He looks like a choir boy, but he's tough. He is a tough fighter. And he's coming back pretty well in this round.
Listen to that crowd. They're going wild. Everything that Paduano does, the crowd responds. There we have Paduano using his same lightning left jab. Marcotte misses with a right. He's not landing his rights as frequently as he did in the first round. Right over us now. Paduano on the rope. Marcotte moving in.
Marcotte looking a little over anxious now in this round. Paduano was picking up some points, some good points. And Marcotte tried to come on, but he was starting to get wild. He was very, very sharp in that first round. They trade right hands there. Paduano certainly having a much better round and landing 3 good punches. And Marcotte made a right uppercut. Oh, by Paduano. And a dandy left hook by Paduano. Less than 20 seconds remaining in round 2 of this 10-rounder, and what a great fight it's been so far. Action all the way. 10 seconds to go. Paduano with a short right hand, takes a right in return. Oh, and a good left and a right by Marcotte. That's the bell.
There's the bell. The fighters didn't seem to hear the bell. The crowd is going wild again. Both fighters were punching after the bell. They were separated by the referee. Marcotte is complaining about something.
Here's Paduano landing a whole series, 3, 4 punches, all by Paduano, and he really came back from almost a disastrous first round. A good uppercut that time by Paduano. A big round for Paduano after the first round was a big round by Marcotte. Oh, a great left hook there, Bill.
Stop Marcotte cold in his tracks.
What a dandy fight. You can't ask for anything better than this one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can they keep this up for 10 rounds, Bill?
They seem to be in terrific shape, but 10 rounds at this pace is a long ways to look forward to.
Referee Rosario Bayarjan getting the seconds out as we get ready for round 3. Marcotte's corner very slow in getting out and getting the stool out. Left hook high on the head by Marcotte. 2 left jabs by Marcotte, and right to the jaw by Marcotte. He's got Paduano back backing up, firing punches, not landing them all. 2 left jabs by Paduano. A right to the ribs by Marcotte. A left to the head by Marcotte, and a right hand on Paduano's head. Paduano countering with jabs, with Marcotte throwing by far the harder punches again, looking like the sharpshooter he was in the opening round. He's got Paduano backed into his own corner now.
Paduano moves away. He's still on the ropes. Marcotte is trying to tie him up. I think he's after that left eye of Paduano. There's some soft cutting tissue there where he had plastic surgery. Marcotte is trying to cut him with his right hand lead. There we see a left hook and a right hand by Marcotte. They weren't hard. Paduano is covering up, misses with an uppercut. Both fighters in close, punching good. Right over us. There's a combination by Paduano.
Paduano, a series of chopping punches. Now a left and a right, and a good right hand by Paduano. Another left jab. Paduano takes a right hand, lands a left jab, misses with the right. Paduano fighting in long range, taking a left and a right by Marcotte. Marcotte with a right to the ribs and a left to the head. A good combination. And another right hand and another right hand by Marcotte. Has Paduano on the rope, into a neutral corner. Marcotte the aggressor. Paduano backing up, but slowly, and a good left hand digging with a cheek. And another left hand by Paduano. Marcotte with a left jab to Paduano's head. Paduano short with 2-3 lefts. Marcotte with a right hand and missing with the left. Paduano ducking the right hand and countering with 2 lefts. Now 1 minute left in round 3. A tremendous 10-rounder. Paduano with 2-3 left jabs. Another one to Marcotte and a right hand by Paduano. Flicking those punches out very rapidly. And a right hand by Paduano.
Marcotte just seems a little tired. Paduano landing at will with his combinations, left, rights, and left hooks. There's a wild left hook by Fernand Marcotte. Paduano on the ropes, but fights his way out.
25 seconds remaining in the 3rd round. Marcotte takes a left hook and a right and a left by Paduano. Just grazing punches and a good left hook. All by Paduano. A left jab. 2 short rights as Paduano turns southpaw for a moment. Less than 10 seconds remaining in the round. Paduano piling up the points. Marcotte with a right hand and a left. And a right hand by Paduano at the bell.
The end of round 3.
And the crowd is in a frenzy. Well, we just have the official attendance here, a little less than, just over 11,000, 11,028. And look at some of these punches. A left and a right by Paduano.
Paduano is coming on strong now. He's landing with his combinations frequently on Marcotte. Marcotte, as you know, caught Paduano in the 1st round, and it looked like the fight was all over. But now Paduano, coming back strong, is landing his lightning combinations on Marcotte, who just seems to be a little bit tired.
Oh, what a tremendous fight so far. There's the 10-second warning. Seconds out. The gross gate for the fight, $91,000, a little over $91,000, a heck of a payday for both fighters. Over 11,000 people going mad here in the Montreal Forum. Round 4 of a 10-rounder. Donato Paduano wearing the light blue boots with no stripe on his trunks. Fernand Marcotte, Jr. of Quebec City, with the black trunks and the green stripe down the sides and around the waist. Marcotte misses with a big right hand. Lands 2 short lefts. And the cheering section for Paduano giving him the old Donato. Very famous yell in these parts. Paduano coming back from a very big 1st round by Marcotte in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. But Marcotte is a vastly improved fighter, Bill, over the fellow we saw just a couple of months ago.
It sure is. It looks like that training in Miami has certainly paid off, Bob. Although now his punches doesn't seem to have the sting as they had in the 1st round. He seems just a little tired on the... He's on flat on his feet now. Paduano is going into his fight plan by throwing those combinations and moving away, trying to tire his man down.
Paduano has a cut over the left eye. They've done a big job, of course, patching it up in his corner. They've got the best in the business working with Paduano.
It seems to be Paduano's weakness, his left eye. It was the...
He's had trouble with that before, as you know, Bill. He had to lay off boxing for several months from a very bad cut over the eye.
As every fight he fights now, his opponent usually tries to cut his left eye. They know it's his weakness. The right hand missed by Marcotte. Paduano still trying to keep Marcotte away by jabbing. Paduano into the corner. Marcotte trying to keep him there. There's a right by Paduano.
Just over 1 minute remaining in this round. This one not quite as exciting as either of the first 3 rounds, but still a very good round of boxing. Marcotte working on the body now, taking a left jab. Marcotte barreling ahead, moving in. Paduano, you'll notice, never seems to take his eyes off his opponent. Even after he gets hit 2 or 3 punches in the face, he keeps his eyes right on his opponent. That's the mark of a really top-notch fighter. Very difficult to train yourself to do that. Everybody has the instinct to back away and duck and not to look. Now Marcotte coming on with a right hand. Oh, takes a good right hand by Paduano. 20 seconds remaining in round 4. Paduano misses with the right hand. 10 seconds. A left and a right. Takes a short right by Marcotte. A left jab by Paduano at the bell. The end of round 4. Here we go with round 5 of the 10-rounder. Donato Paduano of Montreal on the left of your screen. Fernand Marcotte Jr. of Quebec City on the right. The referee is Rosario Bayarjon. And a dandy fight so far. Paduano with left jabs. Marcotte with a short right hand. A left and a right by Marcotte. Misses. Takes a left jab. Oh, a good left. Straight left by Marcotte. And he's backing Paduano up with a savage right hand on Paduano's cheek. And a combination left and right by Marcotte. And a good left hook by Marcotte. Marcotte is cut. He is cut over the right eye. But he's going all the damage right here. Left and right to Paduano's head. Hammering Paduano right now. And Marcotte seems to have a bad cut in the corner of his right eye. And Paduano pumping away at it with the left hand. Blood smeared down the right side of Marcotte's face. Marcotte lands with a right hand. Paduano has a trickle of blood from his nose. With a cut on the right eyebrow of Fernand Marcotte, and that could be trouble. That's the fighter's bugaboo. You may not be in trouble, but they won't let you continue to fight even if you want to if you've got a bad cut. And Marcotte appears to have a dandy. But he's still hammering Paduano away, right in Paduano's corner, left and right by Marcotte. A tremendous flurry of punches, backing Paduano up. Paduano digging away with a left and a right, short with 2 jabs, and a chopping right by Paduano. 10 seconds to go in the round. Paduano with a good sharp right hand. And that one stung Marcotte. Sorry, I misread my watch a minute ago in this round. Paduano working on that cut on Marcotte's eye. Clubbing right hands by Paduano. And now you can see the blood coming from Marcotte's right eye, right eyebrow. Marcotte definitely in trouble because of that cut. Paduano knowing all he's going to do is work on it, and he is with the left jabs and the left hooks. Paduano moving to his right. There you see that jab of Paduano's. That's the reason why Marcotte is cut. Paduano moving mostly to his right. Get away around to score because Marcotte did a lot of the good punching, but Paduano managed to open up a cut over Marcotte's eye. But I would guess that you'd have to give Marcotte the edge in that round because he did land more punches than the better punches.
Here we see it. The left and the right by Marcotte. There's both fighters exchanging furious punches in this round. It was Marcotte's round halfway through the round, but Paduano came on strong in the last half of the round. I would have to call that one even.
Well, it's a testy moment now in the Marcotte corner. They're really working feverishly on that cut over the eyebrow. They'll have it patched up, of course, because Marcotte has one of the best corner men in the business, Lou Gross. And here we go for round 6. Not a trace of blood on Marcotte now, but it'll only take one good punch to open it up again. And he shows that he has a lot more zing in his punches in the early parts of each round. Young Fernand Marcotte from Quebec City. Good jabs by Marcotte. Plenty of speed in those hooks. Paduano always looking for Marcotte's right eye. He's got a cut right on the eyebrow in the corner. So far, no. Yes, a little trickle of blood again from that cut on Marcotte's eye.
Very difficult to stop the bleeding permanently, Bob. As you know, when you get hit on the cut, it just opens right up again, no matter what you do.
And a good series of punches by Paduano, all high, up around that area of the nose and the eyes. Paduano stabbing away with the left hand. Marcotte moving in, firing a volley of punches, not landing too many of them right now.
Paduano with the left hook landed on Marcotte's chest. Marcotte misses with the right. Paduano counter-punching, lands two glancing right hands. Marcotte still moving in.
You wonder if history's going to repeat itself in this fight game, Bill. In their first fight, they fought to a draw on November the 4th here in Montreal, but Marcotte had all the best of the early going. He hit Paduano with a left hook, and Paduano wound up on the seat of his pants, although the referee did not rule it a knockdown. He called it a slip. It wasn't a damaging punch. But just the same, most people thought it was a knockdown. The same thing happened in this fight, although Marcotte did score a clear-cut knockdown. But Paduano has since come on, and he's rallied himself, even though Marcotte had all the very best for the opening round.
There you see Marcotte moving in, throwing towards Paduano is on the ropes. He's back out in the middle of the ring now. That's his plan, to stay in the middle of the ring, away from the ropes, away from Marcotte's punches.
45 seconds remaining in this 6th round of a 10-rounder, and Marcotte hammering Paduano with a left and a right. Paduano retaliates, but Marcotte has him backed up in the corner, in a neutral corner, hammering away at him. On the ropes now is Paduano. Marcotte going to him, landing with a right hand and a left. Paduano fighting back with a left and a right, and Marcotte in again with left and right to the body and the head. 20 seconds remaining in the round. The right hand to the head by Marcotte. Left jab by Paduano. Marcotte bleeding profusely again from that cut in his right eyebrow. 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds now in the round. Paduano with 2 or 3 sharp punches takes a left hook to the jaw at the bell.
The end of round 6. If the fight goes the distance and it's close, that knockdown in the first round could very well mean the decision in favor of Marcotte.
It certainly could be.
Cut Paduano cold.
Well, Mr. Marcotte did not fulfill his prediction before the fight. He said, I will take Paduano out in 6 rounds or less. And he even went so far as to call it in 3 rounds, but we've already past the point of his prediction, and Mr. Paduano still very, very much alive.
Yes, Paduano made no predictions for this fight. He said he's out there to win. That's his battle plan, and that's what he intends to do. He's showing great speed out there, tying up Marcotte in the corner. Marcotte's handlers trying to stem the flow of blood from Marcotte's eye. It's still bleeding slightly as we go into round 7.
Crowd of 11,028 here at the Montreal Forum with a gross gate of just over $91,000. good payday for both fighters. They'll make somewhere in the neighborhood of $18,000 or $19,000 for this one.
There, Paduano using his jab. You hear the crowd in the background. Go, Donato, go. Paduano landing off and now with his combinations, moving from side to side and tying Marcotte up.
Paduano has a long history of being a very slow starter. He's always in trouble in the early rounds, it seems, when he fights anybody of any real caliber, and it's happened so many times, I can't really remember how many times I've seen him fight, and always a very lethargic fighter in the early rounds. Marcotte came off his stool like he was shot out of a cannon, and he peppered Paduano for the entire first round, knocked him down with a good right hand, and it was Marcotte all the way. But Paduano, that may have wakened Paduano up, because he came back very well in the second and third rounds, and has been fighting, of course, very well since then.
I think he got up, Bob, at the count of 2 or 3 again. A hard right by Paduano. Marcotte bouncing back, though, lands his left jab of his own. He's still bleeding profusely from that right eye. Moving in, he's throwing body punches at Paduano. Paduano trying to tie him up by sticking his left hand in his face. He was warned in the early part of the round for that. It's an uppercut, not too much sting in it. Paduano's combinations are taking effect on Marcotte now. Right hand by Marcotte. Oh! Left and right by Marcotte. Paduano still flicking that jab, keeping that cut open.
And Marcotte continues to be the harder puncher of the two. He can really zing some pretty good hooks in there as we have 1 minute remaining in round 7 of this 10-rounder here from the Montreal Forum. I'm Bob McDevitt, working along with Bill Grover, the Newfoundland heavyweight, a veteran of 50 professional fights. And you'd have to say that
Combination by Paduano.
Randy punched that time. You'd have to say that Lou Gross and Al Backman in Marcotte's corner doing an excellent job keeping that cut under control. Marcotte bleeding again, of course, but they managed to patch it up between each round. We have 25 seconds remaining now in the round, and blood streaming down the face of Fernand Marcotte Jr. Paduano picking away at it with the left.
And those picks, as you call it, Bob, on Marcotte's face is taking its toll. Marcotte looks like he's tiring. Paduano still moving smartly around and throwing lightning combinations.
And there's the bell ending round 7. Warning is gone, seconds out. Paduano standing up. Marcotte sitting down till the very last moment as we begin round 8 in this 10-round bout. Donato Paduano of Montreal on the right of your screen now. Fernand Marcotte Jr. of Quebec City facing us. This is a rematch of a fight November the 4th, the 10-round draw, very controversial fight. And again, Marcotte's corner having done a job hang up the cut. Paduano trying to get to it, of course, to open it up a little if they can.
Not moving in, throwing those right hands and left hooks to the body. This seems to be his plan in training. Those right hands to the body, and there's a left hook to the head. He just grazed Paduano's nose. Paduano aren't always just one punch. It's usually a combination. This is what tells the tale on the other fighter. Marcotte in the left hook.
We're seeing a little more evidence of blood again from one of the devastating punches he might like, but he certainly lands a lot of those arm punches, and they sting. And they pile up the points as well. Got a good jab, good right hand by Paduano. We now have 1 minute remaining in round 8. Oh, a good right to the right, staggered Marcotte, a right hand, caught him on the jaw. Paduano moving in with a left hook. And Marcotte was staggered that time. He's coming back, though. Paduano landing 2 or 3 left jabs. Marcotte well with the right left jab by Paduano. Another left jab by Paduano. Left to the stomach, and Marcotte misses with a right. Hits with the right hand, but not quite as well as he'd like. Paduano with a left hook. Takes a left hook high on the head by Marcotte. Paduano short with the left. Lands with another jab. 20 seconds remaining in round 8. A right hand by Marcotte, a left jab. Marcotte moving in, a bolo punch, an uppercut by Paduano. Looking left jab and a short right hand, a clubbing right by Paduano. That's the bell and a good exchange right at the bell by Paduano. Well, it begins to look as though Marcotte may be just a little bit tired.
It sure looks that way, Bob. Paduano counterpunching very effectively in that round. But taking...
There's a dandy left hook.
Left and a right.
And that was the right hand that shook Marcotte up. He sagged a little bit right there.
His legs went rubbery that time.
So that was Paduano's best punch of the fight. He took a right hand from Marcotte in the first round and went down. Took the mandatory 8 count.
To say that Paduano can punch, he doesn't have to. The way he moves around and counter punches, he's so fast. There you hear the crowd again.
I'll tell you, they're in a frenzy. This has been a dandy fight as we get ready for round 9. 2 rounds to go. And a terrific fight it's been. Donato Paduano of Montreal on the right of the screen now. Fernand Marcotte Jr. of Quebec City on the left.
Paduano completely recovered from that knockdown in the first round and has taken over the fight completely.
Marcotte seems to have lost most of the zing out of the punches that he had in the first couple of rounds, particularly that first round. Boy, he was sharp, throwing all kinds of punches and landing almost all of them. Flush on Paduano's jaw and head. But a lot of the zing seems to have gone out of Marcotte's punches for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. He's trained very, very hard for this fight, as has Paduano. But amazingly enough, Paduano, who looks pretty chubby, is in great shape. Doesn't look the least bit tired.
Dancing around the ring, he's taken over the fight completely. He's got Marcotte confused. Moving from side to side, throwing those combinations from everywhere. Punches landing relentlessly on Marcotte's features.
Marcotte now appears to be looking for that one big punch that might finish it, but I don't think he has that kind of a punch left. Paduano is a pretty tough guy to knock down, although he's managed it at least once officially tonight. A minute and a half left in round 9 of a 10-rounder. Paduano fighting cautiously now. He knows he has the lead, or he thinks he has.
Paduano not mixing up as he did in the earlier rounds.
Those first 3 rounds were dandies, weren't they, Bill?
Beautiful rounds. Beautiful. Tremendous fight here tonight with these 2 local boys.
Paduano, very, very quick hands.
I think it's a great shot in the arm for boxing in general here in Canada, that 2 local fighters can generate as much interest in boxing as these 2 fighters have tonight.
Oh, a good left and a right by Paduano. He takes a left in return. We have 40 seconds remaining in round 9. Right hand by Marcotte. Left and a right, high on the head by Paduano. Another combination by Paduano. A grazing right hand by Paduano. Didn't get all of Marcotte that time. Again, the blood coming down from the right eye of Marcotte, but not too seriously. 15 seconds remaining in the round. Paduano flicking out the jabs, trying to work on the cut, a short uppercut by Paduano.
Paduano fighting his fight now, staying away at long range and using his jab and combination. Marcotte's handler still working on that cut.
Well, I wouldn't want to hazard a guess as to the decision. I've done that too many times in my broadcasting career, Mr. Grover. I've been wrong one too many times, and I'm not going to predict anything. All I can say is that it's going to be, I think, a very close decision, and I know a couple of fighters are going to be very tired. They've given it everything they had.
Did you say that again, Bob? It's been a great fight so far.
You and I getting a little spray. We're sitting in Marcotte's corner, and every time they hit him with the... Marcotte with a left hook. Paduano with a right hand. And they're hammering at each other as they did in the first several rounds. A right and a left by Marcotte. A left hook. Left by Paduano. A right hand by Marcotte misses the target.
As a rule, Bob, this is the 10th and final round. The fighter gets knocked down at the, say, 9-second mark and is knocked out. He still won't lose the fight. The referee will stop the count after the bell, only because it's the final round.
Oh, and they're putting on a tremendous show here after 9 rounds of working as hard as they can. Look at the way they're finishing this fight. Less than 2 minutes to go now in round 10, the final round in this battle. And Leno has a trickle of blood coming from the nose. Marcotte storming all over him. Marcotte trying as hard as he can, giving it everything he's got. He's getting arm weary, but look at him keep punching. Two tremendously courageous fighters, a left and a right by Marcotte. Paduano fighting back gamely. Both of them as tired as can be and just whistling those punches with every ounce of energy they have.
A good uppercut by Paduano.
1 minute remaining in the fight, and look at that, left and right by both fighters. Paduano bleeding from the nose. Marcotte raining punches at him. Paduano fighting back as best he can with left and right to Marcotte's head. Marcotte with a short left hook high on the head and a left and a right to the body. Takes a left and a right to the face by Paduano. And a tremendous wind-up here. Right to the final minute of this fight. Marcotte giving it everything he has, left and right, but Paduano not to be denied. Firing an uppercut, landing on Marcotte, and both of them are almost exhausted. Not too much power left in those punches, but they're giving it everything they have. Less than 30 seconds to go now in the final round. A left and a right by Marcotte. He's digging them in there as best he can. Trying to go for the knockout. A left and a right by Marcotte. An uppercut by Paduano and a right hook. Tremendous fight in the closing moments of this fight. Paduano with an uppercut, Marcotte with a right hand and a left jab. The blood trickling from Marcotte's nose and from Paduano's nose. And a great fight it was. Well, Bill, I'm going to leave you for a moment. Well, I'm going to stay here for a moment before I get into the ring because we're going to have some time, I fear, before the decision is announced. We have a lot of people scrambling around everywhere, and we are going to attempt to do an interview with the winner if it's Fernand Marcotte. It won't be Fernand Marcotte Jr. because he doesn't talk very much English, but we'll interview somebody anyhow. Well, I haven't still added mine up yet. I'm still going at it, but it doesn't make any difference anyway. You and I have nothing to say about who's going to win the fight, but all I can say is it was a dandy fight, was it not? And again, Paduano's old, seemingly lifelong habit of being a slow starter almost did him in tonight.
Sure did. The fight looked like it was over there in the first round, although Paduano did bounce up again at the count of 2 or 3. He came back strongly at the end of the fight. And we're waiting for the decision. Bob McDevitt is going into the ring to try and talk to the winner of the fight. It hasn't been announced yet. We're still waiting. There you see the crowd. The ring is full. We'll have the decision in 1 minute, just as soon as the judges compile the cards. Here we have the decision. One judge, 49-45 for Paduano. was a tremendous fight. Paduano getting knocked down for the count of 3 or 4 in the first round, and it looked then as if the fight was all over. But he came back strong in the latter part of the fight, and he took it by a unanimous decision. Now, Bob McDevitt.
Well, here we have the winner,
Bob
Donato
McDevitt,
Paduano. Would you mind, sir?
Donato Paduano.
Congratulations, a tremendous fight.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Donato, you almost were in trouble, though. You were in trouble in the first round. You seem to be just, I don't know, what was it? What happened in the first round?
It just happened that way. I started too fast, and I didn't watch myself, so it catch me a good right hand, was cold, and it was a beautiful right hand. I have no excuse.
This time it wasn't a slip. It was a real right hand. And he could take a punch. You could see he got up.
You certainly can take a punch because he hit you a lot of good punches in that first round. That's been an old history of yours, getting off to a slow start, hasn't it, Donato?
That's right, but I think I get along good because I come back strong every round,
You sure do come back strong. You control the fight from the middle rounds onward. What sort of a fight did you have in mind? Were you able to fight your plan?
Yes, I did. Actually, many times he surprised me. He's a sneaky, Sometimes you think he's out, and all of a sudden he comes back strong. But I felt this time after 4 or 5 rounds, at 6 rounds, that was the round he's supposed to knock me out, and I saw he was tired.
No knockout, huh?
No knockout.
I'm sure I know you're a very happy man for winning the fight. It was a tremendous fight, really. And I know you're going to be very happy on Saturday when you get engaged.
That's right. I think it'll be my best day of the year.
And there's also tomorrow, the money angle.
Yeah, a good crowd here tonight.
That's right.
An excellent crowd.
Thank all of them.
And I'm sure you do. Donato, one more thing. I know you're sorry about one thing, and that is that you've lost your record of never having been knocked down in your professional career.
Well, that's one of the things. Some of the best champions in the world take Patterson. He goes down every time he comes back and wins the fight. That means anything. But, the main thing is don't stay down. Come back and fight.
You bet, and that you did. Was he tougher than he was the first time?
Well, he had a lot of confidence. I could see this time, But after a few rounds, I heard him a few times, and, he lost most of his confidence.
Donato, congratulations. A tremendous fight. I know you want to go and have a shower. Roger?
Bob, I must tell you that the boys in this corner, that the guy from Miami Beach and the guy from New York, Hal Backman and Luke Rose, they helped him tremendously.
They did a pretty good job on his eye, too.
Very good, or else it would have been a knockout.
Okay, thank you, Roger Larry. Donato, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Fight. Donato Paduano, who won a unanimous decision in 10 rounds over Fernand Marcotte Jr. Where's... Well, we're going to talk to the loser. Monsieur Marcotte, I'm sorry. How do you feel?
It feels good. A tough fight.
Oh, it was a very tough fight.
Yeah.
But I have to say congratulations. You fought a very, very courageous fight, and I thought you fought an excellent fight.
Yeah. Oh,
Would you like to fight him again?
Yeah.
Would you like to fight him again?
Yeah.
He's very tired.
Okay. This is his father, Fernand Marcotte Sr., and his son is very tired, as you said. I guess you were feeling pretty good in the first round. Your boy looked tremendous.
Yeah, well, I think that after he sent him down, I think he wants to go too much to knock him out. I think that he should keep on boxing.
You think he got a little too excited?
Yeah, and I think, he needs more experience. Well, a man like Paduano is somebody in the ring,
He's
not a new kid. He's not coming in that game, and the kid is coming. And the Paduano's got so fast hands, and the kid thought he was going to put them out. He works very hard.